Welcome to Weekly Digest, where we highlight the works of ministers of government as they push the administration's development agenda. Minister within the Office of the Prime Minister with responsibility for public affairs, Kwame McCoy, on Sunday distributed over 50 water tanks to households along the Susdike-Linden Highway. Less than 3 weeks ago, Minister McCoy engaged residents of Lou Creek to address their concerns. This was among the commitments that were made to address the water issue in the area.
We will continue to see inputs into the development of your community. At the end of the day, our job is to make sure that wherever people are, whichever part of Guyana, that their lives are improved and the conditions within their respective communities are improved.
The Ministry of Health has narrowed the number of companies which bid for the design, supply, and installation of an electronic health record (EHR) system from 16 to 4. The project is being financed by the Inter-American Development Bank (IDB), and requests for proposals were published in September 2023, with 16 firms signaling interest in developing the system.
Mount Sinai is part of that panel, and their head of electronic records have been working closely with us to make sure that we have the best systems in place. So with that being done, and with these results being created, the patients would have them in their record.
A total of 300 sexual assault evidence collection kits valued at $3.7 million were delivered to the Ministry of Health and the Guyana Police Force to increase the instances of justice for women in remote Amerindian communities which are prone to sexual and gender-based violence. This donation is part of the Justice Education Society JES project funded by Global Affairs Canada, strengthening justice for women, girls, and Indigenous people.
We certainly would work with our professionals to make sure that they're properly trained, especially at our emergency rooms. So while this project focuses primarily on Regions 4 and 1, we would also use the opportunity to train our healthcare staff in all our emergency rooms across the country.
Healthcare in Region 5 has seen improvement with the establishment of an over $79 million X-ray department at the Maikoni Hospital. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony commissioned the department on Tuesday.
With the type of equipment that we now have, you'll take the image and it would be stored digitally, but if you need it to be enhanced, we can also enhance it with the equipment that you have.
Expectant mothers in the Moruca Subdistrict will now benefit from a new maternal and child health facility at Kumaka District Hospital in Moruca. The facility was commissioned by Minister Anthony, who made a visit to the region on Wednesday.
We started from a point where we had a lot of maternal deaths or complications, and we are at a point now where for the last 2 years we did not have any maternal death here, and that's a big accomplishment.
Further, residents of Coco and Walaba in the Moruca Subdistrict in Region 1 now have better access to health services with the recommissioning of upgraded health posts in the two communities.
We really want to help to improve health in our country. We want to improve health in Region 1, and so we want to spend our resources in upgrading all the facilities that we have in Region 1. Regardless of how small it is, we want to make sure that it's upgraded so that it can serve the community.
The first project aims to strengthen surveillance programs to protect against bovine tuberculosis and brucellosis to protect the growing livestock industry.
So this here that we are doing will safeguard the livestock industry. We are in the process of building a state-of-the-art abattoir in Region 5, where we are now looking to develop the cattle industry, both in beef and dairy.
Guyana will be hosting the UN Food and Agriculture Organization (FAO) 38th Regional Conference for Latin America and the Caribbean for the first time, providing regions with opportunities to discuss challenges and top priorities on food and agriculture.
This forum gives the region a great opportunity to address our common challenges and craft the way
as it relates to food and agriculture that will ensure regional coherence and global policies.
Government plans to build about 200 more shade houses in 2024 as it moves forward with the production of high-value crops as a result of increased demand and lucrativeness.
We are having requests, especially in the education sector, the schools. We are working very closely with the schools. We have the agriculture, innovation, and entrepreneurial programs that will be now extended to regions 5, 2, and 10, where we have a number of those shade houses will be going.
Further, residents and farmers of Region 3 were informed that the region is slated for massive development in the various sectors as a result of this year's $1 trillion budget.
We are looking at the construction of the gas to shore project, energy project. When that project comes on stream, the benefit there will be tremendous. We already have a lot of development taking place in the oil and gas sector right here in Region 3. You have the artificial island that were built recently.
This has brought us to the end of this edition of Weekly Digest. For these and other government-related stories, do log on to our website at dpi.gov.gy and our social media platforms as well. Goodbye.